Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another novel escape. Here's your host, Trevor Grant. Okay guys, so I have a prediction for you, right? About this quarantine. I predict that in 9 months we're gonna have a mini baby boom, right? In mini baby boom in 9 months. Now, in 2033, we're gonna have the quarantines. Alright guys, this is a book review of James Islington's Echo of Things to Come. These book titles are so cryptic. And to tell you the truth, I feel like the books are kind of in that same vein. The books are not, so far, especially in this second book, this is my second time reading it. And it's not an easy book to follow. And I did it through audiobook. And I feel like this book would actually be a bit better if you actually had the physical copy and read. I did listen to the second book and I did listen to the third book. And after listening to the second, I know I didn't completely get everything in the book, which I'm okay with that. I'm okay with not understanding everything that's in the book and picking it up later. But for some people, it might throw them off that, like, at the end of it, it's like, what? Just as a spoiler, in the third book, James actually took the time to go back and recount everything that happened from the first book to the second book and the order in which everything is supposed to be in, right? Because in the second book, we start out with Caden, and I know I messed this up on the first review. I mentioned his name as Caden, and I was rewatching it. I was like,
why did I say that?
His name is Caden, our main character, and the book is, you know, I feel like it mainly revolves around him. So Caden is trying to get his memories back, and so he finds out something really crazy at the end of the last book, that he is actually Arkane Devade.
Arkane Devade.
Now, Arkane Devade is this legendary, like, villain, right?
Arkane Devade.
Right? Who's murdered millions of... Is it millions or hundreds of thousands? Well, he's murdered a lot of people in the name of his belief. And he finds out that, you know, his memories return, and he finds out that he's actually this horrible person. And he's like... And it's hard for him to come to reconcile that onto himself. So his memories are being sparked by different events and being in different places. And so the more his memories are unveiled, the more he understands about why he allowed his memories to be wiped out to begin with. Kind of opens up why there's this invading army coming to destroy the world, pretty much. We also have Davian, who is just continuing his augur training. He's learning more about what it means to be an augur, and he is preparing to go to the boundary so he can go and fix the wall. Now, if you have read the first book already, you'll already know what I'm talking about. If not, then I would definitely go and check out my first review, right? Because I know this stuff is like pretty crazy. Asha she's still an Echo. She is going through and Echo? Is that what you call them? Anyways, she's an Echo. She's going through and she's discovering all these things, all these hidden compartments beneath the city, and she's getting herself into trouble. And Asha, again, my favorite #1 character. She's amazing. And then Weir is learning now how to be a North Warden now that his father has died, and there are secrets involved with this, and I'm not gonna spoil it because that's from the first book, and the secrets behind his father's death. And he starts to discover these secrets, and he starts to discover his father's secrets and what his father was working on. And then he's learning how to become a great North Warden, and so on. So you have these four main characters, and they're pulling the story along. But I feel as if, again, this book was mainly revolved around Caden, and his discovery of his memories. Now, I plan to have a book discussion about this trilogy later on, which will be full of spoilers, but for right now, let's just review Echo of Things to Come. Now, I did absolutely love this book. I thought, again, like the first, it was well paced. I think the subject matter was actually pretty deep. Now, I don't feel as if it was as good as the first one, but I guarantee you the third book makes it up, right? And this is another book review that is to come. So not as good as the first one, but it definitely is worth the read in order to get to the third one. I felt like the book became a bit complex, and especially trying to listen to it was a little difficult. If you're more inclined to reading, I would definitely recommend this book as a reading, not necessarily listening, though it is Michael Kramer who does the reading, and I love Michael Kramer as a reader on audiobooks. So if anything, you want to try out the audiobook, go ahead and give that a go. Because there's time travel involved, putting things in the right order of time became really difficult. And again, in the third book, just to put it out there, that James does go through and give you a history of everything, and he puts everything in order. I think that's it. But I would give this book, I think I gave the other one a 4.3 maybe, or 4.7, somewhere around there, or 4.5. I would give this book a 4.1 out of 5 stars. Again, not as good as the first one, but I have to realize that it is the middle book. It's sort of building you up and preparing you for, I think, what's going to happen in the third book. So I understand that part of it, but it was a bit slow. It was a bit convoluted. Is that the word? It was a little bit confusing, and especially following it on audiobook, you have to really concentrate on what you're doing, on what you're listening to. Okay, so thanks again for joining me on another Novel Escape. My name is Trevon Grant. Please stay safe inside, and have a great day. Peace.